Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of the Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for American Idol. Tonight's host is Kat Bailess. Joining Kat will be AfterBuzz co-hosts Nathan Hertz, Ashanti Mozelle, and twins Michelle and Melissa Macedo. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Idol news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Kat Bailess!
Whoops. Yo, 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 peeps.
Hey,
welcome to...
Hey.
Yo, girl. Welcome to American Idol. Season 10, episode 31, Then and Now. As you can see, I'm not Kat Bailess.
Wait, what?
I'm Michelle Macedo, I know. I look a lot like her and I talk a lot like her. And my sense of humor is the same. But it's
reality,
different.
yeah.
And,
But a shout out to Kat.
shout out to Kat. We
back
really
next
miss
week.
you. You're awesome. We miss your recap lyrics because I have mine and I don't know if they're as good, honestly.
And
but
also,
we're gonna try.
a shout out to Ashanti Mozelle.
Yeah, we miss you.
Miss both
We have
you
no
guys.
idea what to think of the clothes.
Yeah, now we don't know what to
Right.
say.
Also, shout out to Phil. We miss you.
Shout out.
Shout out. And I just like to quickly on Ashanti say that Ashanti, I hear, word on the street, he's working with Ashanti.
Whoa.
Like,
match made in heaven.
My days are cold without you.
That Ashanti.
When I'm hurting while I'm with you. We have her CD. I have her CD.
You do.
Uh-huh. What is that called? Foolish?
Yeah.
Wow. And then she did nothing. Or then she gained a little weight and was in like Bring It On again.
Anyway,
Okay.
Bring it on
Ashanti
later
is with
again.
Ashanti. I mean, they gotta hang out sometimes.
two
You need some
great
Ashanti
minds
time.
Clashing.
She was in that
Great,
one, Oh, I Hate You. That's a guy. It's about a guy. that they Yeah. Anyway, so let's do our recap song for the top 6 last week. That was last Thursday. Bear with me here. I'm new at these lyrics.
And it's a little different tune, guys, so get
But
excited.
it is fantastic.
changing up
I
a
heard
little
this
bit.
one in the studio already, and it is really nice.
Start off with
It's
the song.
refreshing, I would say.
Okay. So here we go.
Here it is.
Bear with me. If you like it, let me know. If you don't say anything. Okay. The theme of last week was Carole King, a superstar songwriter. Hope their idols bring their thing. The votes are coming in. Little girls from the South with tornadoes and no power. Will a star be kicked out? Ryan made sure everyone was aware. Steven got his Rolling Stone he needed to share. He also got people to do a story. I guess J-Lo isn't in the most famous category.
Definitely a B-list.
Bower Socks, God bless her, gave us a country tune. Compared to this season, she'll be forgotten real soon.
Oh, no.
Bruno Mars sang his lazy song. Take your hand out of your pants. The lyrics were just plain wrong. Because of the time it was pre-recorded, this info just makes him sound over-rewarded. Kat would have hated this Ford commercial.
Is that controversial? Did you say that was controversial?
They killed some time with questions for the 6, and then come the notes from Jimmy. Jimmy.
From Jimmy.
Bring out the crucifix.
Okay,
The
that's
kids
scary.
Sure didn't take the notes so well. After doing it so long, the nerves are high for this farewell.
Scotty
and Lauren go up on the roof. The talk of a fail was all just a spoof. The two were sitting on the sofa. Good thing 'cause Lauren could use a mimosa.
True that.
Jimmy thought Jacob was super weak. His tacky yellow vintage proved that this week. Jimmy predicted he would have to bid adieu. He said he's not the voice, but Jacob sure made a fool of you, Jimmy.
Casey is called out for his growl. The judges don't like it. He's on the serial killer prowl. Hide your kids.
Hide your kids. Hide your kids.
The judges are sure James Shirley will win. Does a second Adam Lambert lie within? Finally, we get to the bottom three. Scotty, Haley, Casey, who is it meant to be? Casey goes home, he puts a spell on us. Since then, America has been in a fuss. Guess Mountain Man will be back growing his beard. Rip Van Winkle has definitely interfered. And that's the buzz and all you should know. So let's go on with our AfterBuzz show. The AfterBuzz show. Ooh, yes.
Some scatting in the house. Listen, Michelle, I really like your song. I felt there was a little animosity towards Jimmy, and Jimmy's my man.
He needs to not be the negative Nathan.
Uh-oh.
That we.
Oh, damn.
Pulling it
that
out.
he is.
Well, let's talk about how freaking awesome everyone was tonight.
Yeah, everyone was amazing.
Everyone brought it. As Randy says, they're in it to win it.
You know, but I didn't see some of their flaws until tonight, actually.
Like,
what do you mean
by that?
Like they would always say, give Jacob well, let's go one by one.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So let's start with James.
James opened us up.
Oh, whoa. Sorry. Let's start with, so the theme of the show is then and now.
Right.
So we did that. Sheryl Crow is there.
Sheryl Crow is in the house. They gave her a little nice bio.
Yeah, they did. And apparently she's won like a ton more Grammys than I thought.
Oh, no,
she's...
Yeah, 9 Grammys. She's amazing. She's done everything. Like
She is amazing.
And she has been in the business, and she just seems so down to earth.
I know. But she doesn't have like the best voice.
You
like
mean speaking voice or singing voice?
Singing voice.
But I mean, it's not like Christina, but it's its own thing, you know?
Yeah, I know it's its own thing, but I just thought it was interesting. Obviously, she's like a songwriter and a singer and stuff, but whenever I listen to her music, I'm like, you know, you could tell it's limited. But she's not on the show. James is.
James is, yeah.
James Durbin.
And he sang Closer to the Edge by 30 Seconds to Mars. And what do we think, y'all?
Well, you know,
Well,
everyone loves James, but he doesn't do much for me, really. Like, I mean, it was okay. I felt when I hear songs like that, it feels like a lot of nothing.
To me, it sounded like a lot of notes that were held for a really long way, but it sounded like adolescent to me, or somehow not not mature. He sounded like a 13-year-old singing out there, I thought.
Yeah, and I just felt like he could do anything. He has such a good voice, you know. He could really do whatever he wants, and then he chose this like weird.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Jimmy, I feel like is giving weird advice this episode.
Yeah, he is.
And everyone's
he got
like,
some people. I mean, we'll talk about it later. But.
Well, he's obviously on his period, and
and it
Jimmy,
happens every day.
Yeah, and Jimmy is like, oh, you would sound awesome doing 1980s rock, like all this stuff. But Jimmy's basically trying to turn him into Adam Lambert. It's like, why do I want to see that again?
And he said that this was James's absolute niche, didn't he? He said that this sort of
this
genre was James, and it encapsulated James. And I just got to say that if that's James encapsulated, I want nothing to do with that, because that for me, that was a weak performance.
It was boring.
Well,
but the judges liked it, of course, because they love him and they think he's the best thing
J-Lo
that ever walked the stage.
Right, and J-Lo came out and said, American Idol is for you to take.
They think that they're gonna win. They think that he's gonna win. The
I think
judges.
so too.
So does Jimmy. They
I
said
think
it.
they're placing him in this expectation of victory, and I don't know how that's
It's
gonna
weird,
go down.
but should we talk about their second performances now?
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Jacob. No Air by Jordan Sparks.
Oh no, their second performance.
Oh. Well, let's just do it.
Should we go down the list, do all the Vans, and then come back? And
Oh,
we
yeah.
can
Okay, let's
revisit
do
the
it
nows?
twice. Yeah. Okay, so let's go
Okay.
back James Durbin.
All right.
Or should we do it twice through?
No. Let's just compare, like, because I feel like we should compare their songs like together.
Okay.
So he was really emotionally connected. So this kind of redeemed James for me because he like started crying. He really felt connected to it. He had to go like sit outside in the parking lot while Sheryl Crow's like what?
Sheryl Crow like totally judged him while he walked outside. But it was really intense actually, because also I was thinking it's the first time that he's mentioned his like wife and son,
That's
which
right.
I was wondering about
since the like introduction.
since the beginning.
And the song he sang "Without You" it was Harry Nilsson, right?
Yeah.
Something he claims in this song was sort of an emotional trigger for him. But I'd just like to point out this is not the first time we've seen a weepy James Durbin on the American Idol stage.
Yeah.
I mean, he's cried, he's pulled the emotion card before.
But I don't think it's a card. I think it's really honest.
Emotions aren't a card.
Yeah, it's not a card because I think he like sang it and
Pop, poker face, pop. Unless you're playing pop poker face.
but you know, he cried, but that's because he like literally could not control himself in the recording studio.
Yeah.
And then when it came to the stage performance, he still delivered. He wasn't trying to like manipulate his voice to be like, I'm crying.
Yeah, he didn't even
like,
try.
He sounded amazing still, but he was like,
'Cause
okay.
He was genuinely fighting it, and so that's so relatable, and everyone was like,
Yeah.
oh, is he gonna cry? Is he gonna not?
Let me just put a word
and
in
none
here
of these
edgewise,
other
right?
none of these
He
other
cried perfectly, though.
ones have done
He
it.
cried perfectly with a perfect tear.
Like
No,
at
but
the
I
end.
just like to point out that our DJ Jesse was in the house. He got a chance to watch a little bit of it. He saw James's performance, and he was like, "There's something about this guy that I don't like." And you know what? The same goes for me too. And even when I see him emotional, when I see him cry, there's always this feeling that like he's using it somehow. And then afterwards, he was like, "You know what? That's what you get, America. I'm always gonna bring everything to the table. Always bring
I don't
everything
think
to the table."
I don't think he's using it. He's not my favorite person, but I think that was an honest performance, and it's so refreshing to see it when everyone is just like,
Yeah,
you know,
he's
all the
committing.
time.
He's committing.
And even though he's not pulling up all the stops, you know.
Well, I'm tired
Jacob-
of the pyrotechnics. Come on now.
Yeah, like
How many
things?
How many times can you just do the like fire thing sprouting out of the floor?
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, I'm done with that James. I want to see other James, but I don't think he might win. He would not be my first choice.
A lot of people think so, but I'm just tired of his default Steven Tyler thing. But
I gotta back you up on that statement.
yeah, over it.
Over it.
So, Jacob.
Okay.
First song, No Air by Jordan Sparks.
Mwah, mwah.
No one.
Okay.
None of the judges were feeling it because they were saying, "No, you're not Chris Brown. You're not Jordan Sparks. You're Luther.
Yeah.
You need to go more there." And it's weird that he did a duet.
Yeah, that is weird. And he was kind of hitting us over the head with it, I would say.
And
Well,
I think
if by hitting us over the head you mean doing these hypnotic undulations as he grabs his crotch,
he did. He grabbed it.
that frankly
It
I
felt
found
good.
get around.
it felt good personally for him. I am sure.
He's a
But-
Queenie McQueenerson.
Oh my God.
Well, this is the thing about Jacob. I don't think he like understands the power in like toning it down. You know?
Of subtlety.
Subtlety. So he's always pushing it, and it's like that's why he's church boy.
Which is, like, I think he probably, especially with range, he has the most amazing voice, like, on the show, like, voice-wise.
Yeah.
Like, range.
Yeah, amazing.
But he
and J-Lo said that too, you know?
yeah, but Randy said it was a little sharp. Was it?
It was.
Was it sharp?
It was. A
Yeah.
little, but I was...
But I think Randy was also commenting a lot how it wasn't the right direction for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
like he needs to go Luther or.
But it was sharp.
Whatever.
Somewhere in between the fog and the galaxy. It was a little sharp.
Oh, that's right. He came out and there was like
Yeah.
this sort of
There was the
heaven-like
universe was behind
theme.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought he should be a diva, which means that he should not dance and put on a fro.
'Tis true.
Well, let's talk about his second performance.
All right, his second performance, he knocked us up with Love Hurts.
Knocked us up.
All right, maybe that wasn't the right expression. But he laid
I
it
can't
on
imagine
us.
anything more terrifying but more talented than
If he did knock us up with that song. Yeah, he
Jacob Beat
Love Hurts.
Love Hurts.
by Nazareth.
Okay.
It's finally something different.
So they were trying to be like, yeah, this is Jacob different. He's going to be rock. He's going to blah. And then it was like exactly the same.
Wait, so why did they think it was different? Because they said it was rock, but really was a ballad.
Because listen to this song.
Right, but when Jacob does
When Jacob does it, it's going to
it still
church.
sounds like he's stuck in church. He can't get out.
Yeah.
Sanctuary, Jacob. Sanctuary.
But you know what I really liked about the way he sang the song is he closed his eyes. His eyes were closed, locked shut, almost the whole time he was singing.
Because then he could see if they were open.
That's true. And
You have to close your eyes.
He clenched his fists and he was sort of like stomping at one point. And I just felt like, okay, this is like I'm watching some guy in his own world. And if I was walking on Santa Monica Boulevard or whatever, and I saw this guy singing, I'd be like, that is amazing. Because he's just so... I felt personally when he sang this song, he was
so committed.
More into it than James Durbin was when he was like doing his Star Cry. He was really just like
because that's
having fun and like hitting it up. But, you know, agree with you 100% that...
Hitting it up for money?
Knocking it up for cash? Hitting it up.
But
head.
I agree with you 100% that it does... Sometimes when he sings, it kind of all sort of blends together in my mind. Like I can't... It all sounds sort of similar.
I like
want
this
it
song
to be
and the first song.
But I just get bored, which is awful because he's so amazing. I don't know why, but...
Because it's all a lot of the same. Like, he needs to learn, like, subtlety. And I think if he learns how to do that, he'll be great, you know?
And who he is and what direction he's going. And J-Lo was saying that. Because, like, you really can't say anything bad about it, but you can't say, like, you can't, like, rave about it. And now I understand that more. Anyway, so those were his two songs.
And that probably explains why he's been in the bottom 3 right now for how many weeks? He's always finding himself.
He wasn't last week.
I thought he wasn't. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, he wasn't because he has one of the best voices, you know, on here.
And and he does it so effortlessly.
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
just
but
like
also,
Lauren.
he's super like innocent, and so like when he takes notes, he's like.
Yeah,
so I'm like, oh.
he's at church.
Yeah.
But this last time he was like trying to argue with Randy, and Ryan was like, "Don't argue with me.
Do that.
Talk to Randy."
Jacob, don't do that.
For real.
But any hoozles.
So the next person after Jacob was Lauren.
Let me just say, Lauren looked fabulous tonight.
She did.
In her first song. She looked great.
So if Lauren walked up to you and she was like, "Do you want to go out?" Would you just break up with Melissa and go out with her?
Yeah, Nathan.
Well, this puts me to
That's a yes. Okay. So
whatever.
She sang "Flat on the Floor" by Carrie Underwood.
Can I meet all the rest of the idols if you date her?
Well, okay, we all have
our
celebrity exceptions, but
I don't think Lauren.
Sheryl Crow told her, which is really awesome advice, to stand still.
Yeah,
and
it
just
really
sing
did.
it and let it lie there.
It made her so much more powerful. And she sang Carrie Underwood, which is what she is, you know, what her type is. She's country girl. But Carrie Underwood is also mainstream. And she was an idol. So I think it was like the perfect song. And they loved it. She looked good, you know?
Yeah, this is the one where J-Lo's face was like so intense. And you were like, that's not the most beautiful woman in the world.
Yeah, that's a sour lemon.
That's a crazy face.
But listen,
Casey is back channeling through J-Lo.
And then Casey rips through the mask. That is Lauren. Where are the children?
Yeah, I can totally see that. But I you know, normally when Lauren sings for me, she has this sort of sleepy, glazed over kind of look.
Yeah, which is weird. I'm like, are you high?
I think it's because she's 15.
And
she like hasn't woken up yet.
Yeah, that's like amazing.
But anyway, I felt tonight for the first time, and I think this is thanks to Sheryl Crow, she actually seemed awake and she seemed present.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that, and I think tonight I saw Lauren in a whole different light. Normally I would never even consider voting for her. Tonight, not so sure.
I want to jump in on that too.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I only saw a little bit of her singing, but I always have the biggest issue with Lauren because I say there's nothing Not that there's nothing special about her, because that's like wicked word to say, but
But it's true.
but like no, but like we've seen her before. We have Carrie Underwood.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Kelly Clarkson, and I don't
Yeah.
think she can touch either one of those, honestly.
Yeah.
Personally,
She has an amazing voice, but
an amazing voice,
in
but
terms
she's
of
not
X Factor,
right.
Well, that's why I think she's like a little too young. Her voice is like amazing, but yeah, there's something about her that I don't know.
But I will say, when I saw this performance, I was like, "Oh, who's this?
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Look at those
it.
chains around your waist,
Yeah.
girl." We're
Yeah.
Because she finally stood her ground, like
Yeah.
for the
She
first
did.
time.
she stopped like apologizing for her existence.
Yeah.
Crow worked her magic.
She was on stage being like, "I'm sorry, J-Lo,
She
you're
like,
so much better than me.
Let me grab this boy from the audience.
You're
and
also
sit
much
with
better
him.
than I'm gonna push the violinist because I don't know what to do." But also
Her
the
second-
violinist, I don't know if anyone noticed, who got some camera time, looked like Shane from the L Word,
Oh,
but it
God.
was a guy.
I
Yeah.
can see that. I can see that for sure.
That
also,
just struck me.
didn't at one point she sort of shove the violinist as he was playing?
Yeah,
now,
she
I don't
did.
play the violin.
She's
but
like,
it seems
"I
to
hate
me,
you."
I get the notion that if I was playing the violin, I'd probably want a still bass, even if I have like this crazy leg splitting thing. That
Yeah,
he
he
doing.
was dancing.
Yeah,
Well,
he was
what
like
I really
that.
want to know is if she pushed him a little too hard, he fell down and the violin music
Broke?
kept playing.
Oh.
That's
And
what
he
I
was
want to know. He was like, "No, it's still me."
And then he's exposed.
That's when Ryan Seacrest would come out and be like, it'd make that idol song.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Ryan Seacrest comes, nothing's
Come
happening,
back.
America. You're not seeing anything.
Stay tuned. Next, it's Haley. I don't know.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Here's a random little girl.
Okay, can we
Are
talk?
you in for a treat or what?
You are.
I'm dating that one woman, remember?
Look, it's Anthony Hopkins.
Most beautiful woman in the world. Anyway, I think we've pretty much encapsulated American
I think
Idol.
Kate Hudson's here.
Beautiful. We've run out of idolisms.
But let's talk about Lauren's second song
Okay.
from Ghost.
She came out in this white flowing
Unchained Melody.
Yeah,
yes,
Unchained Melody.
Oh God, when this song comes
Well,
over
it's
me.
such a classic song. It's so, and I think it was good and she sang it really well. I think she didn't like kill it,
Yeah, well, it's best known from the movie Ghost.
That's right. But you know what?
Like
Hearing this song now,
Yeah.
it just strikes me how much better this version
Yeah.
is than how she sang it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all of them are really pushing to sound the best, which is important.
Yeah.
But they're pushing so much on that technically that it's missing how it's fun.
Yeah.
For a lot of them, it's like taking the play out of it.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think, you know how Jimmy was like, Lauren needs to, because this song is so identifiable that everyone has their own like emotional connection to it.
Uh-huh.
And Lauren needs to find that for herself. I don't think she found it for herself.
No.
No, she hasn't.
She always
Like
does-
she's just, she's so young.
She
you
always
know?
sings the song perfectly, how it should be sung.
Yeah.
But there's a certain thing, like when I'm hearing this song now, that's just not there.
Because hearing this song now, he's so. It's so
With it.
it's coming
There.
from a
Yeah.
real place, and it's not about, he doesn't have the pressure of being in a singing competition, but
I mean, I don't know if it's just the inability to show it, but I know she must have a lot of feeling, but for some reason it's not translating.
maybe
or she hasn't found it yet.
Well, since the last song, she like for the first time owned, herself. Maybe she doesn't even know like how to access that.
I think that's
Like
it.
it's not even,
I agree. But in terms of this competition, I think that there's a whole demographic that's perfectly suited to Lauren.
Lauren
And
could
and
be
can
the
see-
next Smiley, or
And
something.
I could see why she's going to go. I think she'll make it to the top 3. I do.
Really?
She's not my choice.
Well, we'll talk about that in predictions.
Yeah, we'll talk
You're
about
right.
that in
I'll
predictions.
say
So, moving on from Lauren, next one, Scotty.
All
okay.
right.
Kat's favorite.
And he's
Miss
saying-
Kat's
You
off for
Girl.
Scotty. Nathan's off for Scotty. I thought
I'm
he
not.
was
Well,
boring.
he sang the song "Gone" by Montgomery
Gone like a freight train.
Gentry.
It was crazy,
I'm gone.
awesome, brilliant.
I'm gone.
Scotty
And
just does.
He sang it with a lot of energy. He came out from the audience. He grabbed me by the bullhorns, And
By the
he took me
bullhorns.
for a rodeo. I'm just going to say that right now. He took me for a little ride.
He took me for a rodeo and some barbecue ribs.
He's
Hell
good
yeah.
and he's comfortable performing. But like to me it's like whatever.
I'm like, so I just feel like same with Jacob except for Scotty even more so. It's the same thing
no
over
way.
and over again.
Do you think that I know sometimes when you don't listen to a certain genre of music as much as other genres, when you hear the music, it can sometimes all sound the same, but maybe it's like one of those things where the more you listen to country music in this case, maybe the more different each song might sound.
A great artist is a great artist no matter what song or genre.
Well, I think Scotty is a great artist, and I think that the way he sung this song was killing it, and the judges were moving, everybody.
Yeah, the judges loved it.
The place exploded.
But
he came from the audience. It was very dynamic. Let me tell you, this was an awesome song.
like if anyone in a competition feels like he's being like manipulative, you know, it's
definitely,
Scotty.
definitely.
He's like
you
the
love the
camera.
microphone thing. Oh, and he's like, yeah, I know that
Yeah.
everybody loves me because they think
I'm gonna
I'm
raise
cute.
my eyebrow.
But really, he has first of all zero sex appeal.
Yeah,
At
like
least to
negative
me.
because he's like a little boy.
I know.
With
He's-
the big old ears and the crazy
I know.
freak of nature voice.
That's the thing,
Melissa
man.
really feels violently towards him.
He does. He is a freak of nature. But you know what? I wouldn't say freak. I would say force.
Oh.
would say he was
and
a
so
force.
then he's not a freak of nature, he's a force
And
of
then
nature.
we could talk about his next song, or we could just say that they're both exactly.
Well, Randy
the same.
said that, I felt like I was at your concert. They like love him. They eat
I
that
could
up.
but I could see him like being, you know, in concert. I personally wouldn't buy the ticket, but you know, I could see him being that comfortable.
But if Nathan bought the ticket,
I would give it to Buzz.
Melissa would probably sell it on eBay.
Yeah, Buzz
But let
would
me just
probably
say-
enjoy it. Buzz would be like, I'm tired. Business.
Well, Melissa was certainly tired during his second song. So tired that she decided to take that opportunity to dip a Cinestick into
We didn't
some
eat those.
frosting.
I don't know what you're talking
As
about.
Michelle had ordered
I don't
pizza,
eat those.
And I said, Melissa, you're missing a great performance.
But it's
What do
funny
what
that
do
you mentioned that because, well, first of all, he sang Always on the Line by Elvis, originally sung by Elvis. How many Elvis songs can you sing before they run out?
Oh my God, Elvis
That's
has
the
hundreds and
competition.
hundreds
I
of
know.
brilliant,
So he'll always
amazing
work.
songs.
Well, they call him the youngest veteran. They say he's comfortable in his own skin. Don't fix what isn't broken.
Yeah. I mean, Scotty's good for country.
Yeah, but this song isn't strictly a country song. I mean, when I listen to this song, and I'm a big Elvis fan, I don't think country. When Scotty brings his country flavor to it, I say, go for it. I like it. I really enjoyed it. I thought he did homage to the king.
Yeah. So I think that he did well too. I like this song better. It's like on and off.
This
for
song
me.
was better because he does connect and he is a good performer. I just like have no idea why he's still here, and I don't think he should win.
In terms of like vocal ability, I think that everyone else is better. You know, he's super likable.
Like I'm getting bored talking about him. Maybe we should move on.
So, but anyway, the moment that I really want to talk about is when Ryan Seacrest, amazing host that he is, decided to call out the fact that Scotty is a quarter Puerto Rican. And then he said, oh, what part is Puerto Rican? Whatever. And Scotty was like, well, look in the audience. My grandma is from Puerto Rico. She's 100%. Okay, camera, 100,000 millions of viewers on Grammy. Okay, so
Paquita, I think he's.
how do you feel about Scotty's performance?
He's my Scotty.
And everyone's like, oh.
And then I was like, shut up.
He's my
like,
Scotty.
It's just like J-Lo. They're both Puerto Rican.
He's my Scotty.
Mine, all mine.
But here's what I'm thinking. What if the same thing happened, but instead she was like, he didn't do it like we practiced.
He's a little crapper.
He's a little piece of crap, pendejo.
Aren't you bigger pieces of... Oh, I can't say the S word.
Cojones.
I just-
You can say the answer in Spanish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mierda.
Cállate.
Cabron. Oh, that's different.
Yeah, that's not the same. Anyway, but so anyway, if there was any semblance of a connection between Scotty and J-Lo, it ended there. And I made up the word grandmomager.
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 Like a momager,
But a grandmother.
grandmomager.
Interesting.
Just in case she like actually makes him like run and sing at the same time like Beyonce's dad.
If she is a grandmomager, I'd say she's doing a pretty good job because, man, that boy is comfortable in his skin. As J-Lo said, he is, comfortable in his skin.
Right, that is what J-Lo said.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, well,
Who do we
let's
have
move
next?
on to the next one. Haley.
Oh, wow.
Haley,
she was freaking awesome. She needs to win.
She needs to
but
win.
tell me how you really feel.
First of all, I think that it was brave, even though like all the judges are insane. She did an unreleased Lady Gaga song called You and I that Lady Gaga has only done in concert live. It has not been recorded or released, at least. So Jimmy Iovine mentioned it to Haley, and Haley was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. And then
she's like, I'd have to have Lady Gaga's blessing on it.
So she called Lady Gaga, looked her up in the phone book.
Because she can just do that.
She can just do
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
So she called her, and they had a nice conversation, and apparently Lady Gaga was excited because obviously it's like such a smart decision. Who would say no to having their songs sung on American Idol?
Yeah.
Besides me, because my songs are too good.
Well, do you guys think it was brave of her, or do you think it was more strategic? Because if we think about it,
strategic.
Lady Gaga
yeah, that's
has
what I mean.
so many fans right now.
Right, totally.
And they're all into
That's so
voting,
true.
and it's like, oh, she's singing. Who's sang Lady Gaga on American Idol ever?
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Yeah, you're right. And yeah, Gaga's
so
really
true.
in. And just the fact that it's Gaga and, people will vote.
Yeah, I mean, I love that.
I think if it was a hit, if it was like a major on the radio Gaga song, then it would get her a lot of votes. But
I don't know because
that song, like the judges said, I don't think is gonna do her any favors.
But it makes her more like special and exciting that it's like unreleased and nobody knows it.
Yeah,
I would
it's
like
cool.
that better than her doing like
whatever
Judas or
Who wants
Born
to
This
hear her
Way.
do Bad Romance though?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, for real, I agree. I hear you on that. But what I'm saying is like the judges said, like I'm concerned that people aren't gonna relate to this song as a Gaga song. And her performance itself, I didn't feel like was that incredible. So I'm really not sure if this song is going to do her any favors or not, even if it is an unreleased Lady Gaga song.
Well, I hope it will. I think it was brave. And if nothing else, if she does, heaven forbid, go home tomorrow, she spoke to Lady Gaga.
And that's exactly what I was thinking, is that she got to sing in front of the whole country an unreleased Lady Gaga song with Lady Gaga's blessing.
Also, it's like Jimmy Iovine totally steered that boat. And
Jimmy
if it
Iovine
was
is
in the wrong
steering
direction,
the
then
boats.
he owes her one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Because he sounded like he organized that
He's
whole
been
thing.
steering boats to land all night. Anyway.
And let's talk about her second song.
Well, actually, I wanted to say something else, how Jimmy loves her growl and how she has a little bit of a likey Lee, like Billie Holiday sort of sound. J-Lo loved it, but thought she didn't do the song. Randy said she was like Joss Stone, which what Kat said
Kat
exactly
called that out.
last week.
True.
Steven loves it because whatever, he's boring. Okay, so second song. House of the Rising Sun by The Animals.
Now this song
Oh my
was
God.
wicked.
Because she started out a cappella, and Sheryl Crow suggested that.
Uh-huh.
And it was so much better because, you could see, she's just fine. She could have done the whole freaking song a cappella, and I would have been into it.
And she would have been Thea Magia.
Yeah.
Sophia Hajia.
But then when the band came in and everything, she just rocked it because everyone knows this song. It's a classic. And she really just, felt it and performed. It was just the best. And the judges were standing up,
Yeah, the judges
standing
got on their
ovation.
feet. It was a standing ovation. All three judges. I was surprised because we were saying Haley always gets a hard time from the judges, and we were literally saying before, okay, what are they gonna say now about this
that
awesome
sucked.
song?
Yeah,
And
the
we look
better
over,
it is.
and all of a sudden they're up and they're standing and they're clapping.
They've never done that before.
And it was finally she's getting some recognition from.
And Randy was like, this was the best song of the night.
Yeah, and thank God. But Haley, at first I thought, oh, she's been jaded the whole night. But actually, I think it was defensive.
Yeah.
Because when they finally gave her a good note, it was just oh, thanks. Thanks now.
Well, and then J-Lo even was like, I don't know what happened. Maybe you brought in some anger from the previous notes about the Lady Gaga song. She laughed, yeah.
She didn't. She was
so harsh on her.
They are.
And it's
I
so
agree.
emotional and high stakes.
Yeah.
And so unnecessarily harsh. Like, they let her, like, she did this amazing song. I think she did well in Lady Gaga. And they don't say one thing to James about the first song, which was like blah, or to Scotty, you know, anyone.
Yeah, it doesn't seem fair.
It's weird. But she rocked it, and like, it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I was wondering what did I like about her so much, and first of all, her voice is amazing, has its own style, but also she's a very dynamic performer.
Yeah, she is.
She can change it up, like turn the volume up and down. A lot of people can't have control over that. Like James has a tendency to just like go all out.
Yeah,
Jacob has the same thing.
She's a very powerful mover too. I think she moves.
She seems comfortable in her skin too.
And
I don't know why they're being crazy.
Like, she puts her whole self into it, but she's very good at controlling, you know, her voice, and she just should win. She just is the best voice.
She is my vote.
And Steven Tyler had a great quote. "You're sweet and sour. I can relate to that." Epic words from an epic man.
Way to go. Awesome, Steven. Well, I don't know. If I was in a conversation with you, I would probably have to be asleep because I have no idea what you're talking about. But basically, this entire night,
like a fun person to talk to you, just to be like, what?
Yeah, to be like, what's
about?
with all those kids? Like, what's up with that?
Remember that one time when that child was just like sitting on his lap?
Yeah, really weird. And
So bizarre.
remember that one time when he was like a little pervy?
Yes.
But
they changed that angle real fast.
Yeah, they did. I really like him. He seems like he's funny. He copies what J-Lo says for the notes.
Because he's like, yeah.
He's like, you know
was
exactly
beautiful.
what blank said. And he always agrees with J-Lo. But
because J-Lo knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
She's good. And she's performing tomorrow.
Oh, on
that's right.
Idol?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's performing in the elimination.
Oh,
episode.
awesome. That's what I've been wanting for her to perform.
Yeah.
Also, they said someone else was performing, right?
Yeah, someone else. Who was it?
Well, while we're thinking about it, are those all the contestants?
That's it.
Did we get through everyone?
We sure did.
Just like tonight, when we were watching it, the episode was over and we were like, what?
Yeah,
Where's
that's
everybody
right.
else?
The episode went from an hour and a half to an hour, right? So it sort of came up on us.
No, it was an hour and a half.
Was it?
Yeah.
God,
but
it zipped by.
They just
Yeah, because they
didn't it though?
I think it did.
It just zipped by.
Just like that.
So yeah. So now, that's crazy. I wonder who's gonna go home tomorrow. Well, we'll talk about that in predictions.
Indeed, we will.
But
What's
as
your
of
overall?
now,
Can I just ask what your overall feeling of all the performances were tonight? Did you think that as a whole
fantastic.
they came out strong?
They are all professionals
yeah,
now.
they're all up to par. I think right now everything is super hypercritical, just because it can be. But they should all right now. They should all win.
Yeah.
Gold stars to everyone.
And let me ask you one last question.
Fantastico.
I guess there were 10 songs tonight.
Fantastico.
Each performer had 2 songs. Out of all 10 songs, which specific song did you think you liked the best?
House of Rising Sun.
Yeah, House of the Rising Sun. What about you?
I gotta say Scotty's first song.
Oh my God.
Gone.
Girl.
Scotty's
Gone
my boy.
like
And
a
he was
freight
like,
train.
like a Civil War veteran, or like, I'm going to Civil War.
I'm gonna shoot something.
I have a plantation.
All right.
I'm gonna eat you.
I have a plantation. What? Okay, listen. I hate the fact that I'm a white man and that I like that music.
We hate that too.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway,
but no hating on the country people.
no.
Scotty's is not my thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
country music. Love country music.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Scotty is right for this competition.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be an awesome solo artist. I'm okay with him being like on the radio and like having a single. But I don't know, this competition.
You're okay with that? Are you okay with
I can allow that. Let me give I'll call Jimmy after this.
You wouldn't hate it?
You would. Do you hate it?
Do you hate it? Do you hate it? Wait, do you hate it?
I love it. I mean the music.
Ugh.
Damn it.
I'm loving it.
Oh.
Plug in there. Watch out. We're going to get sued.
All right.
That's all it took. Anyway, so let's go to our commercial break and we will talk more about Idol.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig! The wig will come out. That wig.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
All right, we're gonna hit it up now with some news.
Yeah, let's get on to some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So James Durbin is Randy's top dog, saying, I think he's got a shot to win it all. What you look for now is who's just driving and rising to the top. Wow, wow.
Yeah, I'm over it.
I
mean,
no surprise there, Randy. I mean, you kind of hinted at that when you said James is in it to win it.
I know, like, I'm done with the favoritism. Now he's just, like, made up his mind, so...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How do they think that?
I think the judges are making the wrong decisions.
I think they're setting up James to win, and then he's going to lose, and then it's going to be a big shocker. That's what I think. Sorry to rain on the parade.
Like, sorry, it's been done. Like Adam Lambert, you know?
Been done.
I'm like, I kind of like Adam Lambert better.
If James Durbin wins this, The Voice has fully taken over American Idol.
Controversial.
Which is already happening.
Bam.
Tune into our voice show. Too.
Yeah, tune into the voice.
Right after Idol.
Oh, no.
So, Jennifer Lopez released her new album, Love ? Yesterday.
Love?
Is that how you say it?
Love?
Yesterday, and the big occasion called for a bi-coastal promotional effort. She was in NYC following Monday's Costume Institute Gala and was able to kick off her morning by talking up her single, I'm Into You, on 106 in Park, while wearing a cutout mini dress. J-Lo then hopped on a plane and made a cross-country trek back to LA, where she wore all black for an appearance at a Hard Rock Cafe. Her video for her latest song from the record is so sexy she doesn't even want her kids to see it. Have you guys seen this video?
No, have you?
I did.
How is it?
The song is...
Wait, I'm Into You?
Yeah, the one with
Yeah,
Lil
the
Wayne.
song blew up.
What about the
I haven't
sex
seen the
factor?
video.
She... I mean, she's normal J-Lo in it, but there's this one scene she's wearing like this dress and her hair is just big, and I mean like I can't even finish the statement.
No, we got it.
It is beyond amazing. It's like, bitch.
Wow. Wow.
And if you could see, I moved my neck like a flamingo at that
did.
moment.
It was an undulation.
I'm excited. We gotta watch that.
I'm Lady Gaga speechless.
Hey,
Wow.
let me
so speechless.
let me ask you guys a question. Hard Rock Cafe, that place is still around? People still play there?
Melissa and I had our 16th birthday surprise party there.
Oh, in that case, it is the happening place to be.
It certainly
it's
is.
there.
There's one in City Walk.
She didn't play there.
It's the one
I
in
know.
City Walk, right?
Yeah.
I went to the one in
there's
Boston.
another one in LA.
Yeah, Hard Rock Cafe, that's big.
All right.
All over
I just
the
thought it was a
world.
little like early 90s.
It's everywhere.
Okay, fine.
You just don't get out.
But I just think it's so J-Lo.
I found
Since the 90s.
yeah, seriously.
I could totally, it's living the life for J-Lo up there on 106 in Park while wearing
I went to the one in
cutout mini
Amsterdam,
dress.
but keep going.
Okay.
So, Casey Abrams has claimed that Haley Reinhart has a very, very good shot at winning American Idol after being eliminated from the reality competition last week. Abrams vehemently denied speculation that he and Reinhart have begun dating one another.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh,
because of that
last
duet.
week, but also last week, on the
Stefano didn't get his
episode,
chance.
Stefano, the big flirt, everyone caught on to his play aways, and it kind of seemed like something was
Yeah,
happening.
let me just say, why do you have to deny it vehemently if it's not...
Vehemently.
Isn't it vehemently?
No,
No, that's
Vehement,
just another
sorry.
word.
vehemently.
Here in AfterBuzz, we only
graduated
support
from college.
we only support up to a 6th grade education level.
Oh, thanks for that, Michelle. That was real sweet.
Venom.
Why is he so adamant about denying it? If there is nothing there.
Because he wants people to continue to talk about it.
Exactly.
And if you want people to talk about it, you deny it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
He called it in the booth there.
Steven Tyler exclusively reveals that Aerosmith will be performing on Idol.
Oh.
Because he's trying to prove to his band that he's not selling out. He's not over.
He's like, hey guys, I got us a gig.
It's American Idol.
I'm still relevant. I'm totally still relevant.
I'm also promoting my new book.
Exactly.
They're not going to pay us for Idol, but free drinks all night.
Exactly.
We only have to sell 2,000 tickets.
Speaking of has-beens, just kidding. Well, American Idol Season 6 winner Jordan Sparks is having a great week. First, she showed off her newly, and here's another one.
Svelte. There it is.
I don't even like that using that word for
I know.
what this is about to talk about. Her new figure in a bikini picture posted on Twitter. Now she's set to sing the national anthem at the 2011 Kentucky Derby, which our very own Maria Menounos will be attending.
Awesome.
Well,
Fun.
it sounds like she's having a crazy week. But honestly, that's not. She put a picture on Twitter. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
That's our
I
gossip.
never.
It's not
yeah.
the news, it's gossip.
Okay,
That's
sorry.
the gossip.
That's what us girls like to talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, and that's your AfterBuzz TV American Idol news and gossip for the week of May 4th, 2011.
I also wanted to mention something.
It, please.
All right. This could be an AfterBuzz exclusive.
Oh my
God.
I think it is.
Whoa.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Well, I forgot to say this earlier because I was distracted by Nathan's hideous face, but everyone needs to get this book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life. Okay?
Everyone get it.
Besides Maria Menounos being beautiful and intelligent and very ambitious, she is also thrifty. And it really shows. And really, there's so much advice in here that is great. And Melissa's read the whole thing cover to cover in one go.
Read it. It's so helpful. It will help you organize your life, be
Lose
successful,
weight.
do everything, lose weight. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in
Awesome.
Every Girl. So read this book.
Fix computers, fix viruses that you have on your computer. Like,
I don't know how
Everything
to
you
do
could
that.
think of.
anything. It's not just for girls. It's
No,
for
it's
guys.
not.
it's definitely not.
And guys should look at the tips too
Yeah.
for
if you want,
dating
if you
girls.
want exactly. If you want a girl, you need to read this book.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's great tips.
And Mother's Day is coming up.
Yes.
Mother's Day.
Have a girl day. Have a girl reading day. Read it out loud to each other. Read it by the fire. Or don't talk and read it separately. Awesome. We'll buy this, Every Girl's Guide to Life by Maria Menounos. So here are predictions.
All right. Should
Okay,
we predict?
who do you guys think is going to get kicked off for tomorrow?
I gotta say,
Based on tonight's
I think
performance.
Jacob.
Because he's been
Oh, you really
bottom.
went for it. Well, by process of elimination, I kind of think Jacob too.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jacob.
And who do we think will win?
Who will get the most-
Haley.
What?
You got it. God, is that you?
I think Scotty's gonna take this. Scotty, you're in it to win it. I don't know where that voice came from.
Haley.
No, Haley, you're in it to win it. Don't be discouraged.
Yeah.
The judges are crazy, and America
Yeah.
knows what's up.
Yeah.
So those are our predictions, right, guys?
There
That's
it is.
right.
There it is.
So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Shout out to Kat and Ashanti
We
and
missed you
Phil. We
guys.
missed you, and we wish you were here. And we should have them all back next week, so you can look forward to that. But in the meantime, thanks for bearing with us.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Bye.
Bye.
You later.
Scotty.
How creative.